Want to end it or not? Mm-mm. Hello, how's everybody doing at home? It's Katie Clark, the Artistic Director of Stage 284, and I'm here in my home office, really excited to talk to you all. Here is the stuff I'm working on. I've got my Frozen figurines, and yeah, before we get started with our interview, my comment moderation says not set. Oh, I don't know. Okay, before we get started with the interview, maybe you saw all the graphics coming your way yesterday and this morning. So we're going to be doing backstage interviews with some Stage 284 team members and performers, and those are at 12 p.m. on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're doing some moving and grooving. So Sarah will either be doing dance or I might be doing yoga, etc. On Wednesday, you're going to hear from Brittany Pascos, and she is doing our choreography and direction for High School Musical, so you can get some questions answered there. And we want to see your faces, so we are trying to stay in touch. So feel free to leave a question or a comment anytime, and let me know what I can answer for you.
Hey, Mommy.
Hi, Bailey.
Welcome to this interview. I gotta speak with my mouth full. Sorry.
That's okay. Bailey, remember, no diva zone, okay?
Okay. Well, welcome to our interview. I'm Bailius the Tailiest. I'm the theater mascot. I'm here interviewing my mama. Miss Katie. The first question is, Katie, what do you do at Stage 284?
Great question. Well, Bailey, I am the artistic director, which means that I help with the overall vision of the theater program.
In puppy terms?
I help pick the shows, and I help make sure that we have like programming that friends are interested in, or like audition workshops, or all the ed programming. I help everyone find a place that they can succeed in the theater, because we feel like that's our tagline, even for puppies. Theater is a place for everyone, and whatever you have to contribute, there's so many things to do behind the scenes or shining in the spotlight.
Like my cuteness?
You look adorable. You got all brushed for this.
How did you get into theater, Mama?
Well, that was an accident in my formative years. I grew up on Martha's Vineyard, and I was part of Island Theater Workshop. My mom and my dad moved to the Vineyard on a whim. Hi, Brian. Hi, Tracy. And they had nothing. They built their house while living in a bus, and they bought a company. Hi, Cecilia and Riley. And just built, I call them the American dream. They built their start there. So when I was 5, they needed a very cheap but all-day program to sign up for. And the longest and cheapest program was theater on the Vineyard, Island Theater Workshop. Another plug, they're great if you're ever down there. And they had told me, my mom dropped me off on the first day, and she was like, Katie, as a reminder, you are not 5, you're 6, and you're very good at reading. But that was not true. I was 5, and I also had dyslexia, which was not diagnosed yet, so I was not very good at reading. But we were doing Annie as the first play, and so I was super excited. I knew all the words to Annie. I was going to nail it. They make you sing a solo. They make you read some scenes, and I had like that kids show kit Annie Jr. script from one of my mom's older kids' friends. And so I memorized it. So at the end of the day, my mom comes rushing in, and she's frantic. And she's like, Katie. And I'm like, oh no, I'm in trouble. What did I do the first day? And she walks up to Lee, who you might remember from the Jaws movie. She is the one who hits the guy on the ferry because they can't find her son. She was my theater teacher. And she said, yeah, Katie did a really great job in her audition, but she was holding her script upside down. So my mom spilled the beans. She cried. She was like, I'm really sorry. I needed a place for Katie to go all day. And Lee said, hey, I figured it out. It's not a big deal. I was just wondering how you instilled such dedication in your young 5-year-old. So that was cool. That was when I found my place in the theater, and I never left. But then as I grew up and decided to go to college, my parents thought that it would be good for me to have another option. So I went to Endicott so I could get some education and English guidance. And during my sophomore year, I got the lead in Pippin. I was Catherine, the female lead. And I remember him walking out, and similarly, he was crying like my mom. And I'm like, oh no, they were right. I shouldn't have gone to theater school. And he was like, I was wrong. And so Dad helped me out and sent me to Emerson for grad school. Thanks, Dad. So that's how I got into the theater,
Oh, sorry, Mama. This makes me thirsty.
Yeah, I bet.
Talius, Mama, what would you tell your 5-year-old Talius self?
Oh man, good question, Bailey. I have 2 things I would tell. We've really practiced this clearly. Be yourself, because that's your best feature. And I tell all my students that no matter what, you can't know what somebody is looking for in an audition. You can't know what somebody's idea of a character is. You don't even know who else is coming in before or after you, right? So always be you, because you shouldn't waste your time trying to figure out what somebody else wants. Just be the strongest version of you, or what you're trying to go for. So the best version of you being Annie ever, right? And the other thing is to trust your gut. So all the things that give us anxiety or excitement, etc., like those are telling us things. So I think trust your inner committee, but make sure that you don't let them gang up on you. I think that's something that I struggled with as a younger performer.
Look at the peanut butter on my snoot, Mama.
You look great.
Besides making lots of Treatos for me,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing to stay creative at this time?
Okay. So I showed at the beginning some of my figurines. Here we are, Oaken. Here we are, Olaf. So I am trying to figure out how to do some virtual rehearsals for my Frozen and Secret Garden friends and my Legally Blonde friends at Endicott. So that's been really fun. But I also am working on a musical with one of my friends. And one of the most exciting, fun, creative things at home, it was actually not something that I did, but I asked for my Frozen friends and my Legally Blonde friends to do a costume challenge. So they're going to make costumes for their characters out of what they have in their closets. And those pictures have been awesome. So keep them coming. And if you're not in one of the shows that we're currently doing, you can still do this project and send it in to Stage 284, comment it below. Or if you're part of the backstage at 284, which you should be, it's for all 284 past, present, future people. We post a lot of stuff there. You can post a costume picture there as well.
Mama, what are you missing?
Well, you keep me pretty happy, Bailey, but I do miss all my friends. My favorite part of rehearsals, especially at Stage 284 and especially with the youth company, is the beginning and the after. So like anybody that's early or anybody who's getting picked up later. I like to know what's happening in my students' lives, and I think that helps me be a better director. So if I can like relate it to something that's happening to you at school, or if you had something that you're really excited about happen that day, I just miss the connection. Like I still get it because we still get emails and we still get comments, but I miss faces.
Like my face floof?
I can never miss your face floof because you won't leave me alone in my home office.
Well, you had peanut butter, Mama. What's the advice you'd give to everyone at home to keep being creative? Ooh, squirrel.
Oh. There is, in fact, a colony of bunnies who live outside. The first thing I want to say is I feel like it's okay if you're not feeling creative. Sometimes, like, the best creative things come after something is endured. So if you're feeling like a little slow to start on getting creative, that's definitely okay. There's so much going on around us. There's so many, like, online classes, some Facebook Lives, all sorts of things that you can take part of. So like feel free to be creative that way. You shouldn't be expected to like write the next novel, etc. But also cool if you are. One of the things that I did yesterday was I sent out the 2021 survey. So if you are, oh, look at all these comments. I didn't see them all. Hi, Carly. And Tracy, hi. So if you are, hi, Lucia and Hannah. If you are part of our Facebook groups, or if you are on our email list, you got that survey and you can help us be creative next season by offering your ideas for the 2021 survey. So basically all those show titles, something really cool about them is that they're going to be in our 100th anniversary of the community house. So not as a theater program, but of the building. So there are two ways you can go in that season. One is you could pick like all Blast from the Past musicals and plays, or you could do something from all the centuries starting 1920s and forward. So that helped me be creative without having to like, you know, use too many creative juices. And then another thing that I did, I posted it in my Secret Garden cast thing, is that I asked for my Endicott students and my Secret Garden friends to make a response to COVID-19. So it could be any performance piece you want to do. You could do a dance, you could sing a song, you could write a poem, etc. And that you could post it and we could all respond to it, because all those things are performance related. Let's see. What else did I say I was doing? Oh, this is one that I tried to do yesterday, and I think I'll keep doing it. But I picked some of my favorite shows that I've always wanted to direct or be in, and I started reading them. A nice drink, Bailey? Good.
Nice dressy, Mama.
I started reading them and doing some blocking and thinking of sets that I'd want for them in the future if I ever get to do them. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing to stay creative, Bales.
You know what I'm doing, Mama?
What are you doing?
I baking lots of Cheetos with Auntie Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And doing some sniffing and digging and playing in my own yard, of course.
You have been in your own yard. I commend you. Good job, Bailey. Any questions or comments from our friends? Anything else you want to know about Bailey and I at home and Sarah, the talent wrangler?
Auntie Sarah's not here. I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's okay if you don't have any. I miss your faces. Hi, Brittany.
Mama, you said this was a lunch meeting?
You are lunching and munching, so I am impressed with you. Okay, before we go, feel free to also leave comments afterward if you have any questions about artistic director duties or anything we're doing to stay connected. We miss you too, Brian. Oh, what's your favorite part of directing a show? That's cool. My favorite part is, oh, that's really hard, actually. But I think that you especially miss Bailey, of course, me too. I think my favorite part is opening night when all the work is done and the actors get to take it. And it just feels like it's exciting, and you get, of course, like nervous, and you want them to succeed and do their best, but it's cool to see what they add to the show. Like, I feel like opening night with Youth Company, there are things that I've like never seen before. That are all things, you know, like a lot of times we've talked about motivation, or we've talked about like the ideas behind those scenes, but we haven't necessarily seen them come to full fruition. I would say that was especially reflected in my Cows and Into the Woods. They were awesome. Like opening night, the audience just made them even more amazing versions of themselves. Cecilia wants to know, what are you enjoying during quarantine? Well, peanut butter for Bailey and almond butter she likes. Good to know. Also, I have been catching up on my Netflix shows, but mostly I am enjoying a little time at home. A lot of times I'm at rehearsal, and I feel like I didn't really know what it was like to be home during the night or like to eat dinner at a regular hour. And I like it a little bit, but I definitely miss my rehearsal times. But it has been nice. I think that Bailey and I are getting a lot of quality time. And if anyone knows me, you know that I'm not necessarily the most organized person. And my house is a lot more organized now, so that's good.
If you want any doggy treat recipes, hit me up.
Yep. And I also have been enjoying watching what everybody else is doing, either like for school-wise stuff or like the walks that you've all been taking or adventures you've all been having. That's been fun. It feels like I know what you're doing daily a little bit more than I did before. It's nice to see that we all are getting that family time.
My face floofs are dripping, Mama.
That is true. All over me. Okay, before we go, tomorrow at 1, we're dancing with Miss Sarah. And if you're looking for other ways to stay involved, make sure that you check out the other spotlights that are coming your way, our backstages. So stay safe and healthy, everybody. And we miss you. And we hope that we'll see you in person soon. But if you're in a show right now, then you'll see me virtually soon as well.
Me too.
Yes, Bailey too. What is your favorite show that you've directed? Oh man, that's a good one. Okay, I feel like I really like Frozen, but I can't say it's my favorite yet because we're not all the way through. But I think so far shows that I have directed that are my favorite are Into the Woods, School of Rock, and again, this one's hard too, but like Legally Blonde has also been one that I really like. Another bunny. Really liked directing. I just felt like it was something that everyone at Endicott was really passionate about. So the kids just liked it so much that they rose to the occasion. Similar feeling, I think, with School of Rock and Into the Woods. Into the Woods was like challenging, and so was School of Rock, and we really rose to that occasion. So I think that those are my favorite. Yeah. All right, friends. I hope you have a great day and that you've enjoyed some snacking and chatting with Bailey and me. We miss you.
Go closer, Tail.
Bailey, come here. Say goodbye. Bye, Talent Wrangler.
Bye, everyone.
Have a great day.